We are at the Old Bryan Jail in Bryan, Ohio to investigate the claims of hauntings here. This is going to be a two-part investigation as we have another location tonight, but for today we will be in this jail. This jail has a lot of history, and a lot of people have passed through here, from misdemeanors to violent crimes. So we caught up with Austin Maynard to learn a little bit more about what goes on here and who has been here.
$1869, guys. This place was built. It's the second jail in Bryan, and the first jail. So, funny story. I'll tell you the first crazy story. The first jail, there was actually a guy by the name of Andrew Tyler. Now he was. It was 1847, 1847 or 1849, one of the two. Him and a guy came into town, and he was this kind of like snake oil salesman, right? The con man. And they ended up hatching this plot to kidnap a wealthy family's kid. Well, they got the kid. The family wasn't gonna pay the demand or whatever, and so the henchman guy, and he's kind of like a dope, but back in those days, he brought the kid out to a field and swung him and hit his head up against the notch of a tree, or a knot of a tree, right? And so Andrew Tyler was arrested, and so was his partner, but the partner got sent to a mental institution, whereas Andrew Tyler was sentenced to be hung. He was the first and only public hanging in Williams County, because after that they were just so cringe about it. But it actually happened right over there, just like a block and a half that way. So when he was hung, before he was hung, he said something along the lines of, you guys are gonna regret hanging me. I'm an innocent man. Like, I'm gonna haunt you, kind of thing, or I'm gonna curse you, whatever. So all of the deputies and the sheriff thought that the ghost of Andrew Tyler was haunting them. But they moved over here like 20 years later, and they at one point even, I'm not sure who told me this, I think it was Don Allison. He's a great friend, he's local. He, I believe, found in some journals that even the deputies and some of the inmates, after this place opened up, that they were reporting seeing the ghost of Andrew Tyler in this place. It was a jail for 130 years. It held inmates for 130 years. And the last inmate moved out of here in 1999 and over to the CC&O building in Stryker. And it was used as a sheriff's department and storage area kind of for them until 2014, when they moved to the new facility down the street. This was the interrogation room. But I also think it was used for other things at certain points. Like, I think also at one point it was used to give people their clothes back on, kind of thing, because there's actually a buzzer right here that still works, and that's to allow you to be let in and out, right?
Yeah.
Coming here to the jail side. That behind you is the inmates side of visitation. This hallway just kind of leads to the dead end, and I'm pretty confident that it was used for lawyers and like attorneys to be able to talk to their clients through the bars or something. This would have been immediate holding, like you're just getting in or you're just getting out. Would have actually had 2 sets of bunk beds, so there would have been 4 people in here at capacity, But shower, everything like that. These are some of the original pads. And pillows that they had here. This was your main cell block. 3 cells here. They were initially when it was first built, they were divided based on length of what your current status is as an inmate. Like I said, that one you were just getting in, just getting out. This one initially would have been for long term, like you were more than 120 days, whatever. That one would have been you're just waiting trial. You've already got your date and everything. You're just waiting. But later on, this became the drunk tank because it's completely dark. There's 2 things in there. And that last cell, it just kind of became another general holding area. So one of the craziest things, the first thing that ever happened to me here, that door right there, that is a gas access door, or gas pipe access door. So we were here, and I know that I doubt anybody's gonna believe this story because it just seems so far-fetched, when I tell it, but it was just me and one other guy in here. This was the first day that we had access to this place. And so we were doing a lot of sweeping and, just cleaning up, stuff like that. I was curious what that was, so I opened it up. I mean, it will open, but it takes a lot of force to open that up. Mm-hmm. And I closed it back up, and we go upstairs for 45 minutes maybe. We're sweeping a little bit up there, come back down, and that door's wide open again. And we were the only 2 in the building, nobody else.
This middle door right here.
Yeah, it will open.
Oh, god damn, yeah. I'm struggling with it.
Has it ever happened since? But it was the first thing.
Oh, god damn, yeah.
So you see how much I struggle with it the same way. But when I did, so that's not something you forget that you didn't close,
yeah.
Right? I definitely closed that. And then we go upstairs, 45 minutes later we come back down and it's open again. Initially it would have been a bullpen type deal, but it changed. It became a workout area. So you can see where you would have a punching bag or something. That's a pull-up bar. There's a shower in there. And obviously you can kind of see where some of the machines may have been. But anyways, this is the second floor cell block area. These were the women's cells. And they do both have electricity. There were 2 women per cell. And this was one of the things where you knew that they had local access TV even. They have a local channel guide right there. And then the flowers, now there's a little story behind that apparently. I guess the flowers were brought here by a team when we first opened this place. And apparently one of the people on that team had connected with a woman back here. And so she came back a couple more times. And apparently at one point the lady in the ghost here said that she liked purple flowers. And so then she came back one more time and brought purple flowers, and they've been here since. And you can throughout the place, you can find writing on the walls. For that I left from inmates, right there.
Yeah.
There's probably more, and honestly, I've found writing under some of the layers of paint. I've kind of peeled back some of the paint that's
yeah.
And I found more writing underneath, so. And so then, this hallway right here was used as a number of things. It was used as a solitary confinement. It was used as separation, timeout area if you got in a fight with a cellmate or something. It was also used as segregation for a long time until the civil rights movement and everything. And maybe even a little after that, because this is a country town, you know how it goes. But it was also used for protective custody. So one of the more famous people that was held in this hallway here was a guy by the name of James Angle, Jim. But he was he was a sailor in the Navy during World War II. But he came back and lived the rest of his life in Bryan. He was 25 or something at the time, and he came back home. Well, one day he was walking around town, stopped into the local library, and saw the new librarian. Her name was Emily Abernathy, and she just moved up here from Tennessee. She was young, starting fresh up here. Well, he saw her and apparently took a liking to her. Then left and came back closer to closing time. But he went down into the basement where the historic archives were at the time. And she came down to let him know it was closing time, and he just attacked her. Strangled her, bashed her head on the floor of the basement, and stabbed her 27 times. But the fucked up thing is that he left for a couple hours, came back, and beat her head and just beat her some more, basically. So then the next day they find her, or I think it was, because I think that was a Friday that it happened, and so they didn't find her until Monday. And on that day he turned himself in, but like they didn't find her for like a day or so. And so but when they interviewed him and when he was arrested, he was booked here. And but when they interviewed him, they said that when he saw her, he just had this really strong urge to kill her. And so you wonder kind of like about the PTSD that he may have experienced, and I don't know what about Emily Abernathy might have triggered him.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of crazy that that happened that way. And so yeah, when he was booked, he was held in one of these 2 cells under protective custody. Well, once you walk in here, this is the sheriff's department side.
Okay.
That would have been the sheriff's office. Yeah, we'll go back that way, don't worry.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if it didn't dead end.
That is I think it was a conference room. I think it also probably had a microwave and fridge in it. This would have been disposition. So I guess the best way to describe it is like you got all the deputies sitting right here lined up and the projector screen behind you. Sheriff walks in every morning, gives everybody assignments, whatnot, right? So that's kind of what this was. That was the gun closet, and the rifle rack and everything's still in there, and then the evidence closet. I actually still have the original safe that was in there, as well as an evidence tag and an incident report.
There are reasons why we investigate at night, but there's plenty of reason to investigate during the day. Places like this jail, old schools, old asylums, at night they go lights out. So during operation, the most active times for those places was during the day. That's when people got out and about, did their jobs, So coming here during the day is like being here during the active time. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen whenever I do investigate here. Most recently, a good example of this was at the Middle Point School in Ohio when I did a live stream during the day, and I got a lot of interaction with the REM pod, as well as seeing what appeared to me to be a near full body apparition. Recently, there was an investigation done here where a gentleman's camera was knocked over while it was on a tripod. I'm hoping that doesn't happen here with mine because these are expensive cameras and I don't want to have to pay for a new one. But that kind of activity does show some kind of strength and possibly intelligence. Please do not knock over my cameras. So down in the corner of this hallway, I've just had this feeling I should set my camera there and just let it run. So that's what we're doing there. The room we're in is basically the drunk tank. We've got mattresses on the floor here with a couple pillows. I am not laying on those mattresses. Get that out of your dirty little minds. But I figured we could just start off with this EVP session in here. I have a digital recorder rolling over on the sink. They have a shower and a toilet. So let's go ahead and see if we can make contact here, huh? Vehicle outside. If you can hear my voice, I am downstairs. I'm in one of the cells here. If you want to come talk to me, I would love to know your experience. A lot of traffic right now. Can you tell me if you were a inmate or if you were law enforcement? If you're an inmate, can you tell me what you were in here for? Train. Train, train. Were you arrested here in town? Okay, we're going to check the recorder. David's stopping. There we go.
This is David. I'm at the...
There seemed to be a little bit of a whisper over me.
toilet. So, let's go ahead and see if we can make contact here, huh?
They have a shower and toilet. So, let's go ahead and see if we can make contact here, huh?
Were you arrested here in town?
Hello? It sounded like I heard a voice while I was reviewing this out there. Somebody there? Feeling pressure in the middle of my back. Let's continue.
Why are you still here? Car. Why are you still here?
I'm hearing that voice again. think that's outside. Can't see outside these windows. I don't see anybody outside here. Let me check these other windows. I'll be right back. So there's nobody outside right now. And I don't know where those voices came from. It sounded like it was outside though. So I can't 100% definitively say that was a voice from in here, but maybe now I can finish reviewing this audio.
How long was your sentence?
May have caught something.
How long was your sentence?
So I ask, how long is your sentence? But by the time I'm asking my next question, it sounds like it responds with 20.
Were you innocent? Or were you guilty?
Right after I say innocent, and I go to say or.
Were you innocent? Or were you guilty?
So apparently somebody's in here for 20 years maybe. Or they were just here in the holding and then went somewhere for 20 years. That's what I'm gathering. Very interesting stuff. All right, in the meantime, we're gonna let that camera roll. We're gonna go upstairs. I do wanna try an experiment, which here it is. Because this jail is no longer in use, I'm gonna be flashing some police lights in here just to see if it'll stir some activity up. And I will probably do a microcom session while creating this environment. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be placing these microcoms. I have two of them, one in each cell here. I'm gonna run both of these at the same time. And then out here, I will be flashing the red and blues, okay? I will close that door. It will be pitch black in here. This is solitary confinement. This experiment is gonna be wild. We have one going. That's not it? What's that? Just had the same voice come in twice. All right. If there's anybody here, if you can hear my voice. I thought it was going to be pitch black, but there's a... Are there anybody in these cells? Is there anybody? Yes, sir. If there's anybody here, that's having a hard time focusing. Supervise. Can you tell me why you were in here? What was that? How long were you put in there? What was that? Did you just make a noise? Are you talking to each other? All the hair is raised up on my arms right now. This is an insane experiment. I have that camera so you guys can see in that room too. That camera so you guys can see that. What are the lights I got on out here? What are you in jail for? Are you a male or female? Female? What was your sentence? How long was your sentence? How many spirits are in this jail? Were you found guilty or innocent? Did you die in jail? Hold on my right. Breeze like. Are you on my right? Or on my left? Who's going to stop you? Not going to stop you? What town are we in? Where's this jail? Did you have a bond? How much was it? Cash? Cash something. How much was your bond or your bail? What did they suspect you of doing? That was a long voice. These sweep so fast that you should not be getting sentences. What did they say you allegedly did? Intentional? What was intentional? Are you taking care of yourself? While I have your attention, oh my God. I think I see blood on the wall. Like this blue light's acting like a black light. Wall. Oh my gosh. Did they beat you in here? There's definitely fluid on the wall there and over here. This blue light is acting like a black light and illuminating this. I'll show you guys when I'm done. Was that you I just felt? Did you just come through here? It is getting charged and cold. Hey man, fuck the police. Hey, what year were you arrested? You're being toured. East Wing. Do you think you deserve going to jail? If there's one thing you want to say to people, what do you want to tell them? It almost sounds like it says, stand your ground. How long was your sentence? Why? Hey guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you communicating and stuff. Okay. I'm glad I could give you a voice, even in the afterlife. Can you do one more thing for me? There's a whistle. What's that? I just need you to shut a door. This one right here, the confinement. You shut that bathroom door. Yeah. Or maybe slam one of the jail doors downstairs. Can you go downstairs? All right, I'm going to stop these. I'm going to give you one last word. Make it count. How about this for a last word? Last word is this. You tell me whether you are guilty or innocent. Guilty or innocent? That sounded like gunshots on that thing. Did you shoot somebody? You were shot down? Was it with a shotgun? Just a sec. Hey, you're getting good at that. Talking through that. Hey, just so I can verify that you were actually speaking through it, say hello. Just hello. Okay. Well, thank you for communicating, all right? It's much appreciated. Next time I come back, I'm going to bring you some cigarettes, all right? All right, thank you. Thank you. I feel so dizzy and out of it, like it's weird. I feel so dizzy and out of it. Maybe it's because of that blue light, but the flashing lights, I don't know, like it's weird to feel this way. Like, so surreal. Oh, it looks like paint. It's weird, like. Let me see if I can switch this color here. Fluids or something. And they're not up by the ceiling. I don't know if you guys can see these. You guys can't really see it on the camera. It's right there. There we go. I would be interested in getting a black light in here. That would be amazing. Kind of gross too. There's spots all over. They don't go up to the ceiling or nothing. They're just like down there. So, like, I don't know what to make of that whole experience. It was very, like, it was bizarre to hear at the beginning, like, the same voice coming through repeatedly on this one, and then it came through on the other one, and I don't know, there were some things that came through that I'm like, that's pretty clear. I even took the antennas out of these things, so I don't know. Being in solitary confinement without the antennas, we were getting a lot of response on there. Whether it was an actual spirit or not remains to be seen, but very interesting. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever been that excited about an experiment like that in a while. So let's move to the next. Okay, guys, we are on the second floor. We're going to be going into cell 5. I took the REM pod in there, and I have a recorder set up. I took the mic pack off because it will set off the REM pod, so the audio hopefully won't sound too different or too bad. But we're going to go in there and we're going to see if we can make contact with this female. Austin will be here shortly, so let's go in here. Okay. Right here, we have the REM pod next to the flowers. Digital recorder right here on the door. I'll step back. If there's actually I should step out. Let's do this. I'm gonna turn the mic like so. Is this door open? Not really, okay. Well, never mind that. But I will step out of the room. Just to be polite. Okay. So there's a REM pod by the flowers. If you want to touch that, it lights up. If you like lights and music, it makes noise. My name is David. I'm not an officer. I'm just a visitor. I'd like to talk to you if that's okay. I'm going to come in. Can you tell me what you were in for? What crime did you allegedly commit? How long did they have you in here for? Okay, Austin's in here. I'll be back up here to talk to you. Alright, so Austin has showed up. I'm going to put him in that same situation in confinement. We're going to see how that goes. I'm going to leave the REM pod up here, take the recorder with me, but I'll be back up here with a GoPro.
It's gonna be some interesting stuff. Mr. Dave.
I'm going to set this camera right here.
Okay.
Alright guys, so just like the experiment I did earlier, I've asked Austin to come up here and try this. He has no idea what we're doing. We're not fill him in, he's learning right now exactly what we're doing.
I fear he is about to put a bag over my head and...
Again. So here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm going to be strobing the red and blue in here.
Okay.
My cop lights.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I'm going to be running both microcoms in each room. We're going to be running at the same time. You do an EVP session, see what kind of responses you get.
Yeah.
Because the ones I got, like the voices and stuff coming through, were kind of amazing, honestly, because these are confinement cells. And the fact that I took the antennas out of them, they shouldn't really be picking up a lot of radio stations.
Right.
So, I'm going to run these.
Okay.
We'll flip the cherries on. Good luck.
Thank you. So how's everybody doing tonight? Is anybody in this hall with me? No? cells? Are y'all screaming at each other or what? Ooh, I couldn't make that one out. I'm good, how are you? Who am I talking to? Gary Pearson? Did I get that right? Gary Pearson? I'm sorry, ma'am. What's your name? I can't hardly hear that one over there. That one's loud as shit. Gary, are you still here? I heard that. What? Well, I'm kind of trapped in here, so. You guys know where Jim Angle is? Sorry. I couldn't hear you. What? That sounded like a walkie or something. Like almost like a dispatch unit. James? James, are you here? Penelope? Is that what you said? Well, you're trying to, okay, you guys are continuing to like scream at me, I don't, whoa. What's going on? Is somebody breaking out? Oh, that was faint. That was very faint. Hold on. I feel like I said hold on, but like, I'm not sure. Can you try to give me a better answer? Like, so is somebody breaking out or is, no? I could not make that out. How long are you in here for? I really couldn't catch that. You don't what? You don't care? Back to helping her. Back to helping who? couldn't make that out. That was a whole sentence. Dave, I really wish you would have put these a little closer to the door so I could hear them. I'm having trouble making out what they're saying. Like I really would like to talk to Jim. Is Jim here? Jim Angle? Or James? Howdy, James, is that you? I heard you. You're faint. Are you doing okay? James? I wasn't talking to you. Hold on. James, are you here? All right. Now, who are you? Can you tell me your name? Can you try to say your name really clearly? Why did I hear that? Is your name Penelope? Ah, that's why that one's dead. What? Maybe not. What the f... I'm not really sure. The lamp. Do you not like the lamp? The flashing lights? Alright, which one of you guys wants to get out of here first? You guys just... Can I get an answer? Can you tell me the name of the person who gets out of here first, actually? Who gets released first? Okay.
There are reasons we investigate at night, but we need to remember that places can be active during the day. There is value there, and these locations once thrived and were active during the daytime. At the Old Williams County Jail, many men and women walk these halls, facing uncertainty for what crimes they committed. The guilty may not have moved on in fear of judgment, only to remain at the jail to tell their haunting history.